Hello and welcome back. This week we take on Grizzly Peak.
I was almost worried I was going to fall backwards.
This is the Bay Area, encompassing the cities of San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose, to name a few. Unknown to many, there is a surprisingly good amount of climbing here. It's a cyclist playground, with hills and mountains stretching in and around the dense urban metropolis. According to the PJAM cycling website, there are 151 documented climbs in the entire Bay Area. And in this series, we'll aim to tackle all of them, one by one, and at the end of the day, take you through what it's like and rank them based on difficulty and how beautiful. And with that, welcome to another episode of the Every Climb series. We're in North Berkeley here, and on the docket today, Grizzly Peak. Let's get at it. Alrighty folks, climb number 6 on our list. This time we're doing the Grizzly Peak Marin Avenue variation over in the East Bay. Excited about this one, first time going up there. It's a pre-ranking of number 70 out of the 151, so we're very middle of the table. It's not too long, just under 4 miles, but the really sticky point there is in the middle third. It's a really steep section, and I did not do enough research on this. Just you wait, I really struggled, and you'll see how. Let's get into it. So today we'll be really exploring. I've never done any of these climbs, any of this ride. We're in foreign territory. Okay, as you come out of the town of Albany here into North Berkeley, it's a lovely, subtle start on a road with a great bike lane. It feels nice and safe, it's quiet, winding through the suburbs. Quick weather report for this morning. We're in late January. It is much cooler here on the east side from where I am in my home. Feeling very brisk, but I will say I'm warming up fast at the start of this climb. Up we go. See that steep part there? I guess that's the next portion. Oof! Alrighty, voiceover Tom jumping in here to explain a little bit because I didn't get great filming on this because I had to slap the camera onto my chest. This steep street goes right up to the suburbs, and I want you to take a guess which of these markers I made it up to. And I'll be honest, I've never faced this type of steep ascent before. Reaching these percentage grades up to 21%, even up to 29%, is unlike anything I've climbed, and I was really unprepared, and it shows me that I need to do more homework on some of these climbs before I just go out there in the morning and go and explore. Alright, we're continuing to battle here, but that was steep. I'm going to put the percentage on screen now. Oh, steepest climb I've ever done, and it goes up, continues. Unfortunately, along the climb, the cross streets create a bit of a platform and a flat spot to take a moment's break in between each of the steep sections. And for the first couple, I kind of kept the wheels spinning for each of those sections and then would tackle the next steep section. But as I got to the top, I couldn't just keep the wheels spinning. I actually had to put my foot down to take a moment's rest.
Oh my god. I need to take a moment. That was unbelievable. I was almost worried I was going to fall backwards.
And I'm not kidding about falling backwards. There was a portion there where I got 3/4 of the way up. I'd put in a lot of effort already. My legs were really getting tired. And the only way you could prevent yourself from falling backwards was keeping the momentum going. But you were facing against the exhaustion, and at that point, I was really feeling it. It got a little bit worrying, I'll be honest.
I've had to pull over here. This is a lot. And I'm only 2/3 up the steepest section. I'm sure the camera doesn't do it justice. But look at this. Okay. I think it's one last section here. I don't want to give up. I want to make it. We can do this. Let's go. Okay, I have to admit, I have given up. on this portion, and I am walking it. It is just too steep. I honestly feared if I tried it and got halfway, I would have fallen and hurt myself. I'm curious now, after the fact, to see what percentage grade this was. You know what? I'm proud of myself though. I stuck through with it for about 3/4 and then knew just because it was unsafe to stop and walk it. I'll come back. I'll get fitter and better and come back and take it on. What a challenge though. What a find. This is what it's all about. Finding some new climbs, getting out there. Oh, wicked one. Okay, it flattens out here. Returning south and following the ridge until the next portion of the climb. A bit of respite, thankfully. Oi. Okay, and you get glimpses already of the view out towards the bay. We've climbed almost 700 feet and there's some little rewards here and there. And this is essentially Grizzly Peak Boulevard, and it runs almost all the way to the peak. It's easy to follow, easy to navigate, you can't get lost. And it's a nice and quiet road once you get up here. Based on the GPS, we're about halfway distance-wise, and we're going to take a right up here ahead. There's the sign for Grizzly Peak. We keep on going onwards, trickling along this ridge. The sun's now coming out. There's a bit of a haze, but that's fine. It's still a beautiful morning. Alright, so I haven't mentioned this, but this climb goes all the way around the perimeter of the University of California, Berkeley campus. So what we just got there is the UC Botanical Gardens. And that means we've wrapped around the top of the campus at the top of the hill here, onwards and upwards. You know, there are simple pleasures in life, and one of them is sun coming through trees. On bike rides, I can't get enough of it. Now, I haven't talked much about this, but in this series, I am by no means going for the fastest time, KOMs, segments. I'm doing these rides for the journey, to explore more, to see brand new routes, and the time-wise isn't a factor. It's more just along the way, finding out what's up there, finding new routes to come to again, and just spinning the legs through to get to the top in no particular time. I like it that way. Under a mile to go, and we've done 1,000 feet. We've just under 300 to go. We're nearly at the top. The views out there are actually on the other side of the mountain ridge from where we started. So now we're looking north and also east towards Lafayette, Orinda, and places out there. Half a mile to go now, 150 feet. I'm feeling pretty exhausted. It really took it out of me that first section, but it's just been a whirlwind to do another new ride and a new climb. It just makes things interesting, keeps it spice of life. I like it. Let's see what's at the top here. This is a beautiful stretch of road. On the right it's just views. On the right it's just views galore, and the sun's coming down. Wow, this is a reward. Look at that. Okay, this looks like the peak over here. We've made it. That's Grizzly Peak. What a climb. Alright, that's the first time up Grizzly Peak, and you reach a small little gravel parking lot that's surrounded by these tree logs, and you're rewarded with the views out here on a clear day. There's Oakland and Berkeley at the base of the foothills here, and in the distance there's the city of San Francisco crossing the Bay Bridge from where I came this morning. Just pretty stunning. You can even see the Cow Bears Stadium there at the bottom, the hockey pitch. You can see all of the city wrapping around downtown Oakland, going down to the South Bay. There's a bit of mist coming across, or haze I would say, so it's a little bit distorted and you can't see all the way across, but you can see all the hills before it goes out towards the Pacific Ocean. There really is uninterrupted views up here. It's well worth the ride.
Alrighty, that's climb number 6 in the books. Lock it in. Let's go into the difficulty ratings. Where does it stack up compared to the rest we've done so far? I'm going to put it at number 2 at this stage. It's a little easier than Mount Tam. It does have much steeper gradients than Mount Tam, especially in that portion at the beginning, right through the suburbs where I explained where I had to walk a bit. That really brings the difficulty rating up. But after that, once you've passed that, it's really much of a smooth climb all the way to the top, and there's really nothing to really write home about in terms of difficulty. So I'm putting it at number 2. It's still a really tough climb, and essentially that portion where the gradients get up to 29%, that itself could really top the rankings already. But if you really make it as an entire run, it takes that second spot. In terms of beauty, it's ranking in number 3 here. The top portion, the top third, once you start to get above the suburbs and you start to get views out over the bay and looking back towards San Francisco, you on a clear day could see all the way out to the ocean. It's really a tip-top ride and really worth the reward of getting up there. There's going to be many other variations we could do of this one, but I'm putting it at number 3 right now, 7.5 out of 10. I really liked it. It was great to do it for the first time. And with that, another climb down. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really enjoying this journey so far. Thank you again for the support. Hope you tune in next time. See you later. Bye.